Hello there, I'm Jimmy Vegas, and today I want to talk about where Fallout 5 could be set. Yes, I know Fallout 5 is potentially 10 years away at this point, but surely it is in development. Even Todd Howard has said, yes, it is in some early stages of some form of development, which is good. I don't claim to be the biggest nerd of Fallout. I don't know the entire lore, but I know more than enough to know where is a stupid place and where is a good place in the Fallout universe. I've played a lot of the games. In fact, I've played all of the mainline games at least. I've even played 76. To be fair, 76 isn't that bad now. It was awful years ago, but it's okay now. Anyway, where is a bad place? Let's start with a bad place to set a Fallout game. Well, there's no point being in Maryland, DC, the capital wasteland, we've done that. There's no point being in Virginia, no point at all. There's no point being in Boston, no point at all. Bethesda themselves, if it is in-house, tend to stay away from the West Coast. So we can also discount somewhere like California or New Vegas, or can we? Now, the reason I said or can we there is because if we look at the very end of the Fallout TV series, spoiler warning if you haven't seen it, spoiler warning now, skip ahead about 60 seconds. The last episode shows you New Vegas. So it's quite clear that the second series of Fallout on Amazon will indeed be in New Vegas. How much of it will be set in New Vegas is currently unknown. And it would be sensible for Bethesda to maybe re-release New Vegas at some point when the new TV series comes out. But depending on when the new TV series comes out, it could be 2-3 years away. Well, that's how we can establish that maybe Fallout 5 is closer than we think, and maybe it could be set somewhere near New Vegas. It won't be in New Vegas, not at all, but it could be set somewhere near. Spoiler warning's over. Spoiler warning's over. Let's get on with it. So, staying away from the West Coast, I think, is probably a sensible idea, but I don't necessarily think it is the best idea. Because if we take a look up further north from, let's say, Vegas or Arizona, you've got somewhere like Reno. If you want to go down the whole, it's a little bit like Fallout New Vegas, you've got casinos and whatever else, then yeah, sure, Reno. But then if you go west from Reno, you've got San Francisco. Now, I know in the lore, San Francisco has been explored, there's all that kind of stuff. You got the NCR, involvement and all that. But in a modern Bethesda game, there is no San Francisco per se. There's no, what would you call it? At this point, San Francisco looks like a Fallout game anyway, but that's beside the point. So you've got the options of, if you want to take it to be a little bit like New Vegas in that sense, then yeah, you've got Reno and you've also got your main hub of San Francisco. You go east from there, you've got Salt Lake City. Would you want to go Salt Lake City? Is that a real place to set a Fallout game? No, I don't think so. I don't think there's enough, not culture necessary, because, in the Fallout universe, what does culture even matter in our universe? It doesn't. But Salt Lake City probably won't sell a game. Somewhere like, I don't know, Washington State. Washington State could sell a game. So if you look at somewhere like Seattle, to a casual gamer, they think, oh, wow, Seattle in a post-nuclear environment. So someone who likes Seattle will think, oh, yeah, Fallout 5, let me have a look at that. So somewhere like Seattle could be a possibility. Somewhere I don't think will ever be a possibility is outside the US. Let's face it, Fallout is ingrained in the US culture. It's US 1950s. That's its whole base. So there's no point in going somewhere like Brazil, Tokyo, Australia. There is a mod, Fallout London. You may have seen that. That looks really, really awesome. But I don't think it's anywhere Bethesda would ever really try and touch. Same with Canada. I can't see too much of them trying to get into Canada. Now, Russia, on the other hand, we're not going to go too much into it. Again, same with China here as well. Because of the law and everything that's going on, them two could be a possibility, or at least somewhere you would explore in some kind of Fallout game. Not necessarily the main hub of Fallout 5, but keep in mind China and Russia, quite possibly. If you can hear a lot of noise outside, we're having a real bad storm here in the UK, so I apologise. Anyway, actually, I am a fan of Fallout. The game there, that's really fun. Fallout Monopoly. I got that in 2017. Anyway, Fallout 5 locations. So realistically, I think they're going to want to stick to a coastal area. Something like maybe Florida. You know, Miami, you've got the ruins of the Keys. That's a pretty good premise, isn't it? You know, somewhere like that. Or Myrtle Beach, you know, but I think probably lesser known, especially outside of the US at least, anyway. But going somewhere dead center of the US, like Colorado, Denver, it's plausible, but I don't think it's really the best way to do it. Not at all. I think they need something versatile in terms of terrain and environment and storyline. So, for me, somewhere like Florida is probably an ideal setting because they can do a different type of Fallout game that they've have not been able to do previously. Yes, I know it could look greener, and people associate nuclear, post-nuclear with, well, brown, destroyed, black, grey. But Florida could be green. I mean, could you imagine a post-nuclear Everglades? That'd be really cool. That'd be interesting. So these are just some thoughts that I can piece together. It's going to be in the USA, there's no question about that. It won't even be in Canada, it won't be in Mexico. I think it will be most likely somewhere around the Florida area, and if not, it will be somewhere way up in the northwest, Seattle, and if not, probably San Francisco or Reno. I think Fallout 5 will be one of those three locations. I think it's very plausible that one of those three locations will be Fallout 5. Let me know what you think in the comments. Do you think I'm just waffling a load of old trollop? Or do you think there's actually some logic there? Because for me, it would seem logical for it to be in one of those three places. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and I will see you in the next one.